Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you for a decent to good movies of 2020 so far video that I said I was gonna do. Sorry, I got this cat on me right now, so my sister's cat. He's really adorable. But yeah, I'm gonna discuss what I'm gonna be talking about from 9 to 1 for this decent to good movies of 2020 so far video, and let you know what movies are on the list, and my thoughts on what I thought of the movie too. So let's start with number 9, which is Emma. Now, this one, I wasn't sure about what to rate it at first. It's one of the weaker movies this year, but it's decent. She plays this kind of manipulator or something like that, like in this game of drama or something. I have no idea what most of it's about, but you'll have to remind me in the comment section below, because it's been a few months since I've seen this movie. But she didn't want to get married for the longest time, and then later on, towards the end of the movie, she does. And pretty much just, this movie was decent at best. I do like Anya Taylor-Joy in this movie. She performed very well in this movie as the main character, Emma. And she had a friend, I think Shia LaBeouf's ex or whatever, that was, or ex-wife, I think, that's in this movie. And she didn't do so bad. Can't remember her name, but she was in the Cure for Wellness movie, if you know what I'm talking about. But for the most part, Emma was a decent movie. It kind of just, some scenes drag on a little, and you get a little confused at which point in the movie you're at. But for the most part, at number 9, we have Emma. At number 8, we have My Spy. Now, this came out a few weeks ago online. It's only available online. And pretty much, this movie was decent. The jokes were somewhat funny at times. I had a few laughable moments in this movie watching it, but there were some scenes in the movie that may have been a little lacklusting and not particularly that great, but overall, I think My Spy was a decent movie, and I see myself watching it again, for sure, because it was pretty cute, and Dave Bautista in it was, there was one scene in it, he's like, oh, let's hide the body, make it look like an accident, or whatever, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that's just horrible. But at number 8, we have My Spy. At number 7, we have The Photograph. Now, this was a love story about this couple that, it has, Lakeith something. I can't remember his last name. You may have to remind me in the comment section below. But I think his first name's Lakeith something. But he did a pretty good job playing as this journalist in this movie. And then he meets this girl who's pretty much, they fall in love or whatever, and then he has to move away to London towards the end of the movie, and she eventually follows him to where he's going throughout time. It's towards the end of the movie, but it's still not a bad movie. It executed pretty fairly. There were some moments in the movie that I wasn't sure about liking, but I think I see myself coming back to this movie for sure. It was not too bad. So at number 7 we have The Photograph. At number 6 we have The Invisible Man. Oh, well, I wasn't sure if it was going to execute well, but it's somehow fairly executed. It was pretty creepy how this invisible being or whatever is sabotaging and ruining this girl's life or whatever. I can't remember the character's name in the movie because it has been a little bit since I've seen this movie, like almost 3 months. Little over 2 months now. But what a movie it was. And the ending kind of makes you think, this main character is a bitch or something. But for the most part, I think The Invisible Man did a pretty average job at what it was doing. Watching the whole movie, I'm just like, wow. And it's not literally an invisible man, but I'm not going to spoil what happens in it if you haven't seen it. But yeah, at number 6 we have The Invisible Man. Number 5 we have Extraction. This was actually a pretty not so bad movie. I gave it like a 7 out of 10, I think. I'm not sure what I gave it. You'll have to... I know I reviewed it like on April 25th, I think. So it's been a little over a week since I reviewed it. So it's fairly new. But yeah, it was pretty intense, this movie. Chris Hemsworth in the movie did a great job at playing his character. Yeah, he's trying to help this kid get to safety or whatever and get him out of that slum hole of a place he was living in. And there are people coming after Chris Hemsworth. One guy he was fighting they were both very skilled at their fighting skills. And it was pretty much a tie beat down or whatever. But yeah, I still enjoyed this movie. I'm not going to spoil what happens if you haven't seen it on Netflix, but it is on Netflix for sure, and I enjoyed it. So at number 5 we have Extraction. I was about to rate it again. Sorry about that. I already rated it, but yeah. Let's keep going. At number 4 we have Bad Boys for Life. Now, this was actually not a bad movie. It was pretty good. Will Smith in it was pretty good. They go after this Mexican cartel lady that Will Smith, or his character, I can't remember his character name, because I've seen the Bad Boys movies already, but it's been a while since I watched this movie. But I almost was thinking about buying it, and I was like, well, I don't know. It was good, it just had a few moments in the movie where it got stale and a little plain and boring at times, but no, the action scenes are pretty good. So yeah, it doesn't disappoint with that. But at number 4 we have Bad Boys for Life. At number 3, we have The Way Back. This has Ben Affleck in it, and he's basically this basketball coach who has a drinking problem, and he keeps drinking, and he stops for a while because he focuses on the basketball team and being a good coach, and then he goes back to drinking on his drinking binge, and he loses his job, and then he screws up and goes to rehab. Something happens where he goes to rehab. So, yeah, I don't want to spoil too much what happens in this movie, which I kind of did already, but it's a good movie. I did not hate it. I really liked it. So at number 3, we have The Way Back. At number 2, we have Onward. Now, I really like this movie. It's got a lot of great moments in it with, I can't remember the characters' names. I watched it on Disney Plus not that long ago, like about a month ago, and I still enjoyed it. They put it on Disney Plus pretty quickly. I was like, damn. But yeah, at number 2 we have Onward. I really like that movie. And at number 1, drum roll please, The Hunt. What a badass movie this was. There's one character in here that I like the scene where she's like, cigarettes only cost $5 or $6 or whatever. You fucked up, bitch. And then she shoots her with a shotgun, and I'm like, holy shit. And a lot of people die in this movie. A lot. And I'm like, holy crap. This is going to be an intense movie. And surely it was. And then later on in the movie, it got very stale with how many people this chick's killing. And there were some pretty memorable moments in this movie that I really liked. But for the most part, The Hunt is a good movie. And I definitely see myself buying it for sure. But yeah, number 1, we have The Hunt. That's going to be it for this decent to good movies of 2020 so far video. Comment below and let me know what your decent to good movies of 2020 so far list is. And if you have the same list, comment below and let me know your thoughts on what you think of my list and what you guys' favorite decent to good movies of 2020 so far are. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. Sorry for the long video, I just had to fit everything in this whole video. But I will return to you tomorrow for an AWOL Nation new album review. And yeah, I'm pretty much going to be taking a break today from videos. I may make a new song this week sometime, but I'll let you guys know when I do make the new song, or I'll just upload it for you out of surprise as a surprise video or whatever. But thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in my next one.